Okay, sorry about that, guys. My memory card was running out of memory, so I had to switch over. Um, where I left off was, some of you might be wondering, what do I do to make sure I'm not buying a fake 42? Because if they're this close in their similarity, how do I really tell if I'm getting a fake one or a real one, especially if you're buying off a forum? Because you can't actually handle the knife in person. My first word of advice is, if you are buying a 42 or any knife really off a forum, off eBay, off even if it's a dealer, make sure you buy from someone who's reputable. One thing that I have noticed, when people get ripped off, they usually are buying from someone who doesn't post a whole lot on a forum. They're only on the forum just to sell things or buy things. No one really knows them. Their reputation is it's kind of unknown. And I kind of feel bad because you might just genuinely be a new guy on a forum and you have something you legitimately want to sell. And this isn't a knock on people who haven't been on a forum for a while, but particularly for the 42 and items that may have a cloning issue, or if it's kind of high ticket, you just want to exercise some caution. You may want to ask around. Usually forums will have in their a section where it rates and reviews the sellers. So just check and see if they have feedback, and obviously on eBay you can check their feedback as well and see if it's good or bad. So that's number one. That alone, if you're buying from someone who's reputable, who's had a lot of transactions, you're pretty safe. I've bought and sold a ton of knives online, and I've not once had a problem, not one time. So it is safe. It's generally very safe to do, so I wouldn't shy away from that. But again, first thing, make sure they have reputation. Second thing of advice, look around and ask people that you actually know, that you trust. They may just happen to have one extra. Some people have large collections, they're looking to unload one. So that's another thing. That kind of goes back to my first point of advice, but instead of just going straight to maybe the forums, you might just want to ask around the friends that you know that are into the same hobby. They might have something, or they might know someone that has something that is willing to part with a 42, and that kind of also gets over the trust part. The third thing of advice is, try to buy from someone who is posting up good pictures, and try your best to compare those pictures against a real 42. Another word of advice on that advice, don't take that guy's pictures and then post them on the same forum and say, hey, I was looking at this and can you guys tell me it's a fake? Because that's kind of putting it out there that person, you don't trust that person might be conning people, and you could cause a whole bunch. I've seen that happen, and it's, use your best judgment. If you want to question somebody's pictures, do it privately with someone that that knows better. That leads into my next piece of advice. If you don't know, ask someone who may know. Ask someone who's familiar with the knife. Ask someone who's familiar with a 42 if it's another knife. Ask somebody who has a lot of experience with that knife, because they're the ones who are going to be able to tell you if something's real or not, because they handle it a lot, they've seen a lot, they've bought a lot, so they can tell much quicker than someone who doesn't have as much experience. Again, all the things I just told you about the fake 42, I didn't know any of that. I was told that and read that off the forums. That was not my own discovery. If you had given me this knife and just said, can you tell me if this is a fake or not, I don't even know if I'd be able to tell you, everything. So, another piece of advice is, if it's too good to be true, that whole saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That's usually the case. So if someone's saying, hey, I have a 42 and I'm selling it for, $200, I mean, nowadays, you might still be able to find that deal. I'm not saying you can't find that deal, but maybe that's not the best example. Maybe if someone's like, I have a 42, I'm getting rid of it for $100, right? That's probably too good to be true, because it's pretty much known nowadays that a regular 42, a genuine 42, can go from well over $300, sometimes closer to $400 or maybe over $400, depending on the condition. It's well known. So if someone's on a knife forum, or if somebody has a lot of knives to sell and they have a 42 that they're selling for really cheap, that's kind of fishy, because anyone who's within the knife forums and they're selling it in the market for either buying or selling a knife, a 42 in particular, they're going to know that it's worth more. I mean, anybody who goes and sells something, the first thing you do is you see what other people are selling it for. So people are not stupid. Usually the deals that I hear that people get are they go to like a flea market or some garage sale or some like pawn shop where the guy really genuinely doesn't know what he has and he has a very low price on it. But on the forums, it's common knowledge. So if it sounds too good to be true, I would use a lot of caution, and I generally stay away from it. So that's my advice on buying a 42 or any knife and you're not sure if it's a clone or not, if it's genuine or not. If you guys have anything to add, please let me know in the comments, because I'm sure I didn't cover everything. But again, hope you guys all get good deals on your knives and real knives. And again, thanks for watching.